dealing with appointed time. All right. So read what you got.
The book of Exodus, chapter 23 and verse 15. Thou shalt keep the feast of unleavened bread. Thou shalt eat unleavened bread 7 days.
So we know keeping, and that's what we've done. The aspect of the Most High giving us a charge, the word keep is shamar, and that's the keep as well as the safeguard. So as Yahawah, we have the responsibility to safeguard his feast days. That's our responsibility. You know, that's why he gave us the law, statutes, and commandments to keep them. Not just to do them with the sense of, I'm here, but it's your responsibility to safeguard them. Shamar means to keep. It also deals with protect, all right? And to enforce, you know. That's why we're the light of the world. And we have within our possession the instruments of the Heavenly Father. Just like when it comes to, when we read in the Torah, when it talks about the holy apothecary, when you're dealing with the oils, there was a specific way they had to be made, and they couldn't be used for anything. You couldn't use it as if we went through this in the Torah portion. You couldn't use that oil to just make yourself smell good. It was specific for its purpose, and such as is the feast days. It's specific in its purpose. It is a solemn assembly. So even when you deal with what happened to Nebuchadnezzar, or Belshazzar, what happened to Nebuchadnezzar's son, Belshazzar, when he took the things of the Most High and he made them common, what happened? What happened to Aaron's sons? When they took the things of the Most High and made them common, what happened? Even Moshe, Moses did all that he did. When he took the things of the Most High and he didn't do how the Most High prescribed it, what happened to Moses? He missed the promised land. He missed the promised land. So read that part again from the beginning.
Thou shalt keep the feast of unleavened bread. Thou shalt eat unleavened bread 7 days.
Read on.
As I commanded thee in the time appointed.
As I what?
Commanded thee in the time appointed.
In the appointed time. Because that's his time. It's his appointment that he's calling us to. Come on.
Of the month of Abib.
All right, let's end that right there. I want to bring out, get another verse. Let's get Exodus 34, and let's deal with 18. Hallelujah. I'm so glad that y'all are here to partake of the ending of this solemn assembly. But we know that it's fulfilled in Yahawashi, that we continue to live on these feasts are something that we live out every day. And this is the fulfillment that people don't seem to get, especially when in the Christian community. We clearly know that the word fulfill doesn't mean to bring to an end, but it's dealing with establish. So if we're to establish this, how are we to establish this in our everyday walk? And we're going to look at a little bit of that tonight, because that's the fulfillment of these scriptures. That's what Yahawashi did. He fulfilled it in his actions. His confession and his conduct lined up. And that's the example that he's given us. And we'll see that. That's the charge that he gave to his disciples and the charge to all those that will believe in his name. All right, read.
The book of Exodus, chapter 34, verse 18. The feast of unleavened bread shalt thou keep. 7 days thou shalt eat unleavened bread, as I commanded thee in the time of the month of Abib.
We see a pattern. And so we have to look at the patterns of the scripture. The pattern is, I commanded. You shall keep. You shall shamar. And he's entrusted these feasts unto his children. Read on.
For in the month of Abib thou camest out from Egypt.
Well, this is what we're to memorialize during this time. It was during this time that he brought us out of the land of Egypt. We know that, of course, us being in Israel. But these are the things that we need to be meditating upon while keeping these feasts. All right. The sanctity of it from the standpoint of we're memorializing what he did and how he brought us out of the house of bondage. All right. Come on.
All that openeth the matrix is mine.
Again, this is letting them know this is his feast. When you read Leviticus 23, these are the feasts of the Most High. These are mine. All that opens up the matrix are mine. The children of Israel are his. Come on.
And every firstling among the cattle, whether ox or sheep, that is male. But the firstling of an ass thou shalt redeem with a lamb. And if thou redeem him not, then shalt thou break his neck.
So this had to do with, even Yahawah and him dying for the nation, him willfully giving up his life, because this is what the Most High established. And this is what we do now, where we give up our life, and the scriptures are fulfilled in us through his example. We give up what we wanted to do. We've given up how we feel, and we've traded it all in to follow Yahawah. And the feast are an example of that. All right. This is when we're rehearsing the righteous acts. All right. Like I said at Passover, if you don't rehearse, you probably are not going to get a role in the play. There are going to be some other people that's probably those that have rehearsed are going to be more qualified than you. So this is a qualifying time when we have these feast days. All right. Because the Most High is there because it's his appointed time. Let's end that. Let's get the book of Lamentations 2. We'll start at verse 1. And Lamentations, I know we got some scholars in here. We know that this had to do with what took place with Judah and around the tribe of Judah during, I believe, 586 BC. And this is when it's lamenting, and this is dealing with the desolation of Judah, the desolation of Judah after the fall of Jerusalem in 586 BC. All right, so that's what Lamentations is talking about, to lament, the passionate expression of grief or sorrow or weeping. So these things are synonymous with the feast days, because we know what happened to our temple. We know the destruction that fell upon us, and it was a direct result of the leaven that Israel was so attached to. That's exactly why. And when I started reading this, it made me to lament and then understand the solemnity of these days that he's given us to remember, because we serve a great and terrible power. Yahshua, I ain't gonna let you just sit there tonight. Give me that in the Apocrypha. Yeah, he's sitting there. No, Yahshua, the young phenom, we ain't gonna let you just sit there like that. Bring that out. All praises. Recently promoted. Hallelujah.
This is Iraq 43 and 29. The Lord is terrible and very great.
And very great. And so a lot of times we need to understand how terrible he is, especially when you go to books like Lamentations and see how he destroyed and how he forsook Israel. He forsook Israel because what? We forsook him. He's just. He's a just, and we're deserving. Israel has been deserving of his anger and his wrath for a long time now. All right, read on. Was that it on that?
And marvelous in his power.
And marvelous in his power. That's the fear that we have to comprehend when serving the Most High. And during these feast days, that's what should kind of be infused in your spirit. That great and terrible power. Read on.
Verse 30. When ye glorify the Lord, exalt him as much as you can.
When you glorify what?
When you glorify the Lord.
They do what?
Exalt him as much as you can.
So you exalt him as much as you can. When you glorify him, when would we be giving him the greatest honor and esteem? During the feast day. Read that part again.
Verse 30. When ye glorify the Lord, exalt him as much as you can.
Exalt him. So it's very little about us and a whole lot about him.
Right.
It's a whole lot about him. First, off gate, that's what it's all about. It's about him. So you exalt him as much as you can. All right. Go ahead and start reading Lamentations 2.
The book of Lamentations, chapter 2, verse 1. How hath the Most High covered the daughter of Zion with a cloud in his anger?
In his anger. The daughter of Zion, which we know Zion is synonymous with the nation, synonymous with the land. But here it's dealing with the people. And when the Most High, he's covered the daughter of Zion with a cloud in his anger. This is the great and terrible power. You know, the Most High has destroyed nations for less than how Yahawaah has behaved himself in this present time. For less. I didn't think it could get worse than Sodom and Gomorrah. But it is. It has. I would dare say. Don't y'all think?
Yes.
What's going on now? The change, at least during, look, Officer Hassad, they weren't changing genders. That operation wasn't going on. You see what I'm saying? They didn't have the technology. So as knowledge increases, things are progressively, the sin is increasing. The marriage, you know, the actual institutionalizing it, you know, and now even dealing with the pederastism and all this immorality that's being pushed. Even back then, one time they knew it was wrong. Think about when Sodom and Gomorrah was destroyed and those surrounding areas were destroyed. That was a witness to people to say, man, you don't want to do that. But not in this time, it's becoming second nature. Read.
And cast down from heaven unto the earth the beauty of Israel, and remembered not his footstool in the day of his anger.
Come on.
The Most High have swallowed up all habitations of Jacob, and have not pitied.
This is the great and terrible power we serve. This is the balance of mercy. This is the balance of grace. This is the other side of the Most High that too often we ignore. Come on.
He hath thrown down in his wrath the stronghold of the daughter of Judah. He hath brought them down to the ground. He hath polluted the kingdom and the princes thereof. Everything
that's going on now is a direct result of the sovereign power that we serve because he allows it. If you believe that he's in control, then you have to believe that what goes on the earth, he allows it. We don't want to be found in the path of his anger. All right, that's why these feasts are so solemn. You know, they sobering. These are times of sobering, sobriety. All right, and this is why the Most High called us to remove the leaven. All right, y'all still with me? All praises, come on.
He hath cut off in his fierce anger all the horn of Israel. He hath drawn back his right hand from before the enemy.
We're in the present time of this destruction, man. Drew back his hand. He allowed the floodgates to open. This is worse than any tsunami you ever looked at. Any so-called natural disaster you ever witnessed. What Yahweh did to Israel during this time was horrible. He was terrible. And we need to remember him as that power. Come on.
And he burned against Jacob like a flaming fire, which devoureth round about. He hath bent his bow like an enemy. He stood with his right hand as an adversary, and slew all that were pleasant to the eye in the tabernacle of the daughter of Zion. He poured out his fury like fire. The Most High was an enemy. He hath swallowed up Israel. He hath swallowed up all her places. He hath destroyed
palaces. Come on.
His palaces. He hath destroyed his strongholds. He hath increased in the daughter of Judah mourning and lamentation.
Stop right there. And we are looking at what Israel is faced with and was faced with during the time was complete desolation because of immorality. That's what the Most High came through our nation and utterly smote us. He messed us up. You know, we go around talking about, he gonna kill you. And the Most High, he killed Israel. He destroyed us. And, you know, it's like, for our nation, it's like looking upon, we think about Sodom and Gomorrah, but we need to think about how he came through our nation and how we got to this point. Read.
And he hath violently taken away his tabernacle.
That's why we don't have a tabernacle. That's why we don't have a temple. This is why. Come on.
As if it were of a garden, he have destroyed his places of the assemblies. The Most High have caused the solemn feasts and Sabbaths to be forgotten in Zion.
This is why we have to rejoice, because he's bringing it back. You see how important these feasts are? You see how important it is that he brought it back to us? Because he had taken them away. We didn't know it. My parents didn't know nothing about it. We know what we experienced Christmas. We just recently, some of us are just recently acknowledging that there was anything else. Christmas, New Year's. What are our people celebrating massively today? Easter Bunny Sunday. Madness and nonsense. That's because the Most High took it away. We see the evidence of it. So it's very important that we keep them now. Read.
And have despised in the indignation of his anger the king and the priests.
Man, he hated the rulers. And he hated the priests. He despised them. That's what hate is. Despised. Didn't want to have anything turned away from us. All right? And that's why Israel has become in this present state. But isn't it a wonderful thing that he would see fit to restore this back to his people? And we cannot take for granted or even be arrogant that we have them or treat feasts as common. Come on.
The Most High have cast off his altar. He have abhorred his sanctuary. He have given up into the hand of the enemy the walls of her palaces.
That's why Jerusalem fell. Because the Most High withdrew himself. The great and terrible power, our defense, our refuge, withdrew himself. He's still that same power today, beloved. He can withdraw himself from you in a moment's notice. It doesn't take much. Shalom. Shalom, King. Read on.
They have made a noise in the house of the Most High, as in the day of a solemn feast.
As in the day of a solemn feast. Come on.
The Most High hath purposed to destroy the wall of the daughter of Zion. He hath stretched out a line. He hath not withdrawn his hand from destroying.
Once the Most High's arrow gets wet, if he purposes in his heart to destroy you, I said, we know in Sodom and Gomorrah, he sent those angels. And isn't it interesting that we find in Genesis and during that time that, guess what the angels or the Malachim or the Malachim, what they were eating and the feast they prepared, Lot had prepared a feast for them. And guess what they ate? Unleavened bread. They ate unleavened bread. And that's symbolic. That's symbolic of us having to be in the world but not of the world. That's what Lot and that whole situation was about. To being separate, being in this world but not of the world, and allowing yourself to get contaminated by the world. This is what unleavened bread is all about. Come on.
Therefore he made the rampart and the wall to lament. They languish together. Her gates are sunk into the ground. He hath destroyed and broken her bars. Her king and her princes are among the Gentiles.
And we saw this pattern over and over again with Israel. When they failed to do what the Most High, he unleashed the dogs on us. That give whole new meaning to who let the dogs out. The Most High. That's who did it. All right? Vicious dogs, too. They don't regard young nor old. Most High did this. Come on.
The law is no more. Her prophets also find no vision from the Most High. The elders of the daughter of Zion sit upon the ground and keep silence. They have cast up dust upon their heads.
Doesn't it sound like our nation, where our elders have failed us? The priests were no more. The law was slack. Come on.
They have girded themselves with sackcloth. The virgins of Jerusalem hang down their heads to the ground.
Come on, that's shame. That's a shame. Come on.
My eyes do fail with tears. My bowels are troubled. My liver is poured upon the earth. For the destruction of the daughter of my people.
For the what?
Destruction of the daughter of my people.
Come on.
Because the children and the sucklings swoon in the streets of the city. They say to their mothers, where is corn and wine? When they swooned as the wounded in the streets of the city, when their soul was poured out into their mother's bosom.
Skip to 16. They were going, but you get the point here, and how the Most High withdrew himself from Israel. And so us in this particular time to have the ability to keep his feast, it's a great honor and privilege, man. And we need to see it that way. All praise.
Verse 16, all thine enemies have opened their mouth against thee. They hiss and gnash with the teeth.
You see, all thine enemies open their mouth. We see they do that to us. They do that to us now. And we know this is a direct result of violating the Heavenly Father's instruction, his straight commandments. Come on.
They say, we have swallowed her up. Certainly, this is the day that we look for. We have found, we have seen it.
All praises. So I want to end right there. This is very important. The Lamentations is a wonderful book to get into so you can see the Heavenly Father's character. We know the destruction of the temple and how the enemies mocked Jerusalem. All right? These are the things that you'll notice that in chapter 3, when you get a chance, even though we know this is the ending of the feast, but it really doesn't end our responsibility. The bitterness and derision and how the Most High will search and try our ways. All right. And so that's why we have to examine ourselves to see if we be in the faith. Give me the book of Romans 1, and let's start at verse 17. This is what all unleavened bread is all about. We saw his instructions in the Torah, where to keep it. But again, how should we keep it? How should we shamar? How should we keep his feast? Let's go.
The book of Romans chapter 1 verse 17. For therein is the righteousness of the Most High revealed from faith to faith.
So the more you obey, the more revelation you're going to get from the set apart spirit. That's the only way you grow. We grow from faith to faith. The more that you obey, the more you're going to increase in this truth. Come on.
As it is written, the just shall live by faith.
Right? That's why we got faith in Hamashiach Yahawashi. We got faith in the law. Come on. He's the law made flesh. Come on.
For the wrath of the Most High is revealed from heaven.
So the wrath, we still see this great and terrible power. You always going to see this balance throughout the scripture. You're going to see this pattern where you always look for it. Look for the great and terrible of the Most High. Come on.
Against all ungodliness.
Against what?
All ungodliness.
This is what unleavened is all about. To remove the ungodliness or the lack of being like Hamashiach from yourselves. All right? Because the wrath of the Most High is revealed. Come on.
And unrighteousness of men who hold the truth in unrighteousness.
Who do what?
Hold the truth in unrighteousness.
That's a bomb waiting to go off. That's a bomb, ticking time bomb waiting to go off. If you hold this truth in unrighteousness, anybody know what unrighteousness is? Anybody?
Going against the law?
It's going against the law. Anybody else? Right? Without, just even in the word, unrighteousness. You're not unified to right. Yeah, not being right, not doing things correctly. Not doing thus saith the Most High. That's unrighteousness. All right? So that's the only way we can be, because his righteousness is an everlasting righteousness. And his law is the truth. It's only in the Most High's instruction that we are right. You're not right when you don't do it how he said do it. You're not right. Come on.
Because that which may be known of the Most High is manifest in them. For the Most High have showed it unto them.
He showed it unto us. And that's why we call her Lord YAHAWAH'S, because now he's revealed the feast days to us. He's revealed these solemn assemblies. He's revealing all this wisdom that he's pouring out on Yasha. It's beautiful, man. And this is why we're here. All right? We're not here. How many of you here because you just know it all and you got it all, and that's what you knew from the beginning, from the womb, that you were going to be here, and that's how you got it? Nobody, man. Nobody. Anybody said that, you're a demon. You got a demon on you, man. I always say, hell, you got spirits. You got spirits on you. Nobody. Read on.
For the invisible things of him from the creation of the world are clearly seen, being understood by the things that are made, even his eternal power and Godhead.
What verse you at?
20.
Let's go.
So that they are without excuse. Verse 21. Because that when they knew the Most High, they glorified him not as the Most High, neither were thankful, but became vain in their imaginations, and their foolish heart was darkened. Professing themselves to be wise, they became fools, and changed the glory of the uncorruptible, the Most High, into an image made like a corruptible man, and to birds, and four-footed beasts, and creeping things.
So we clearly see this is where they got to image worship. They got away from the details of how to serve the Heavenly Father. Come on.
Wherefore, the Most High also gave them up to uncleanness.
To uncleanness. And that's what unleavened bread is all about, being clean. Because the Heavenly Father can clearly give you over to uncleanness. That's why we have these feasts are very important. That we remove uncleanness, which is leaven. Read on.
Through the lust of their own heart.
Through the lust of their own mind. And we have to be always careful. So even today, let's continue on in the spirit of the feast through the fulfillment of Hamashiach Yahawashi to make sure that, you know, hey, this uncleanness is not a part of me. That I'm fasting, that I'm praying, that I'm removing the leaven. All right? Y'all with me? All right. In that there, and then I want us to get 1 Corinthians 5 and 7. 1 Corinthians 5 and 7. Hallelujah. Because we even admit that we wouldn't know. How can someone know? Let's be taught. Let someone teach you. We didn't know this prior to going into this. So now we're still, the Most High, you know, he's still thoroughly purging out his floor. He's still cleaning us up. He's still, that Amos 9 and 8. He's sifting the house of Yasha'Allah. Come on.
The book of 1 Corinthians, chapter 5 and verse 7. Purge out, therefore, the old leaven.
The old leaven. Purge it out. That's what unleavened is all about. All right? Purge out the old leaven, which is the old man, or the leaven in this context is synonymous with sin. Right? Purge out the old leaven. Come on.
That ye may be a new lump.
That you may be a new lump. Because we've been stale bread for a long time. The stale, rotten, molded bread. All right? We behave like that. Nobody, Most High don't want no rotten bread. Bread is molded is bread that's decayed. You know? We were royal people. You don't have no molded bread. Even in the temple, in the tabernacle, they had fresh bread was made fresh. Because we're supposed to be a renewed people. Anybody got anything? You're welcome to go ahead. Let's go.
As you are unleavened,
as ye are unleavened. Come on.
For even Hamashiach, our Passover, is sacrificed for us.
Is sacrificed for us. But do you see the symbolism in you being unleavened? All right. Read on.
Therefore, let us keep the feast, not with old leaven.
Not with old leaven. That old man with old sin. That's why it's going to go into the details of what that old leaven is. Come on.
Neither with the leaven of malice and wickedness.
Malice and wickedness. And we looked at that. What malice is. What wickedness is. We know that it's evil. Somebody look up the word malice. Just give me malice real quick. A lot of people are malicious. You got it, King Khan? You bring it up. Read.
And wickedness.
And wickedness. Come on.
But with the unleavened bread of sincerity.
That's sincerity. That's holding the truth in righteousness. That's how you hold the truth in righteousness. By being sincere. Sincere in this truth. The Most High knows who's sincere and who's not. All right? You got it? That technology. It messed us up. All right. Read on.
And truth.
And truth. You see that? Read that part again.
But with the unleavened bread of sincerity and truth.
So unleavened bread, bread without malice and wickedness, is bread that's sincere and with truth. Truth, again, dealing with the law. Go ahead. You got it?
Malice. A desire to cause pain, injury, or distress to another. An attack motivated by pure malice.
So we see, and like I said before at the beginning of the feast, we see this going on amongst brothers or amongst people of our own nation. Where bearing a grudge, that's against the Torah. Read that part and read it again from the top. Your intentions, and that's why you'll see later on it reads sincerity. You have to be sincere. You can't hold the truth, have the truth, and then you're operating in malice. You're malicious because now you have evil intentions. That's holding the truth in unrighteousness. That's taking a sword for righteousness, and now you're taking it for evil. Go ahead.
It say, let not the sun go down upon your wrath.
That's right. That's our responsibility. But when you operate contrary to that, we know that you haven't removed the leaven, and that's what this feast is all about. One of the biggest things that Israel deals with is envy, jealousy, malice, hatred, unforgiveness, lack of temperance, railings, hatred. I mean, I can go on and on and on. We see this. Do you know the madness would stop if we would just learn how to remove the leaven and appropriate these feast days? It would stop. It would overflow with love. It'd be too much. You know, what we tried to do in Christianity to the devil, we actually need to turn that around and do that with one another. We need to do that with one another. The patience that we've had as a people for the damn devil and giving him another chance and quick to forgive because Jesus said so. But we have such a hard time when it comes to Hamashiach Yahawashi concerning one another. That's holding the truth in unrighteousness. Go ahead. Definition again.
It's two, a couple of them. Desire to cause pain, injury, or distress.
Bro, what you say? I said it last. What you say, nigga? You quick to call somebody a nigga. All of a sudden, man, that's what we're doing out in the world. Going off on the. Why are you doing that? Why are you doing that? What about a soft answer, turn away wrath? How many times you seen Hamashiach just rail? This command we supposed to let be in us. Social media has got us to the point where we're so easily offended that our responses are knee-jerk. like we live in the damn tube. Like you live on Facebook Street. Real talk, man. People act like they live on Facebook Street. Like that's their house. Yeah, that's where my mom and daddy live. Yeah, you know. And then when we get face to face, you know, a lot of people, you're not built that way. And so you don't treat each other in a righteous manner, man. You know, you talk all that junk on Facebook. Then when you show up somewhere, then you want to, now you're a coward, really. You're not built that way. And then when you get called on it, that's how the Most High deals with us. We just can't say and do anything before the Most High, like we on Facebook. Like he can't get at you. We got to remove this leaven, man. But it starts with loving one another, and treating one another. But you got to be sincere. Go ahead.
Distress to cause pain, injury, or desire to cause pain, injury, or distress to another. An attack motivated by pure malice. Intent to commit an unlawful act.
Intent to commit an unlawful act. Most all malice stems from you have broken the thyroid somewhere. If you're malicious, you have broken, and we see that this is just prevalent during this time. That's why you know we got to remove it. It's got to be removed in Yahshua.
The book of 1 John, chapter 2 and verse 9. He that saith he is in the light and hateth his brother is in darkness, even until now. He that loveth his brother abideth in the light, and there is no occasion of stumbling in him. But he that hateth his brother is in darkness, and walketh in darkness, and knoweth not whither he goeth, because the darkness has blinded his eyes.
That's right. And it's on both sides. It's on people that cause the offense, and then it's the offender. We just, there's no middle ground, man. But the Most High is showing us through his feast days what to remove. So, beloved, you see what we need to remove during this time and what this was all about? Because all of us can be malicious at times. Don't get it twisted. I know as a Levite, sometimes I'm going to cut heads straight up, sharpen my sword. But the Most High teaches us that we have to remove that leaven. What did it say about Levi? Cursed be his anger. Read.
1 John 4 and 20. If a man say, I love the Most High, and hateth his brother, he is a liar.
He's a liar. But we see a lot of liars out here, man. We see a lot of liars. But there's repentance for a liar. These are the people that Hamashiach Yahushua came for. He came for the liars, the traitors, the fornicators, the adulterers. But now that we come into this, we should not operate in that same manner. You got to remove that leaven, beloved. Come on.
For he that loveth not his brother, whom he hath seen, how can he love the Most High, whom he hath not seen? And this commandment we have from him, that he who loveth the Most High loveth his brother also.
All praises. So let's go back to where we were.
This was 1 Corinthians 5, and we finished verse 8. You want to go to verse 9?
No, let's end there. Give me the book of Luke 5. We're going to do 37 and 38. So we're just going to look at what this time was all about and what should be removed. You know, we're coming up on the evening. Hallelujah. So let's look at what needed to be removed. And hopefully we don't have any remnants of it with us now.
The book of Luke, chapter 5, verse 37. And no man putteth new wine into old bottles.
You can't put new wine. We're supposed to remove the old leaven. Shalom, family. Remove the old leaven. If there's some empty seats, it's just right here, some up front, if the brothers just want to move them over here. The sister's a seat right here. Hallelujah. Shalom, you can get this seat right here. I think maybe it's, is it one on the end there?
Yeah.
Oh, no, somebody's sitting there. There's an empty seat back there. And just pull that to the side. There you go. We should have one more empty chair. Okay, that's the way it is. Is there another chair back there? Yeah, to the brother. There we go. And he can just move that over to that side of the room. There you go. All praise. Great to see you out. All right, read that again from the top.
This is the book of Luke, chapter 5, verse 37. And no man putteth new wine into old bottles, else the new wine will burst the bottles, and be spilled, and the bottles shall perish.
This is, again, purging out the old. You know, new wine, new bottles, remove leaven. You got to put new wine into new bottles. And that's synonymous with, you got that old man that you're mixing with the spirit of YAHAWAH'S. It's not going to mix. You can't serve two masters. You're going to either hate the one or love the other. That's oil and water mixed before that. It's not going to mix. That's why I say you can't put new wines. You can't put the righteousness of the Most High into an old bottle. Read again from the top.
And no man putteth new wine into old bottles.
You can't take the righteous spirit of the Most High and put it into your old. You still got that old man with you. Come on.
Else the new wine will burst the bottles.
The new wine will burst the bottles. And we're seeing this where people are holding truth in unrighteousness, and now they're subject to a lot of folly. Because we see that old man comes out of, but you got the truth. You see what I'm saying? That's that new wine. You're trying to put it into an old bottle. It's not gonna mix. That bottle's gonna break. I tell you one thing, the word will break you before you break it. The word will break you and bust you up, man. You're gonna be in the fight of your life. That's being locked up with your hands tied behind your back. And this is nothing. And Mike Tyson in his prime get at you. Come on.
And be spilled, and the bottles shall perish.
And the bottles shall perish. So each individual, you know, if we operated and we continue, I know many of us are in here, this is when you're going to see the growth of our nation. Because this is where the compassion comes in. This is where the long suffering comes in. But now, again, like I said, the knee-jerk reactions, everybody, they haven't removed the leaven. Everybody got something to say. Everybody, quick, want to speak soon as everybody, that's that truth. Now, all of a sudden, you're an authority. You know everything. You know, now you want to critique and criticize and ridicule and reprimand everybody. Everything now that everybody say, you too, police. You weren't there. You're not an eyewitness. None of these things. And this is what you see because of people holding the truth in unrighteousness. Look, I said trife. Yeah, that's people blaming trife. Yeah, trifling. They're trying to put new wine into old wineskins. Read on.
Verse 38. But new wine must be put into new bottles.
That's why it says, let this mind be in you. And this is where we become new creatures. You have to become a new creature to receive the truth, man. And that's why you have to constantly purge. Constantly purge. You got to pray. You got to fast. We're still removing the leaven. Come on.
And both are preserved.
And both are preserved. In that, let's give me Romans 6 and 6. Give me Romans 6 and 6. This is what it's all about. Again, appreciate y'all's listening ear. You only got a little while longer to put up with me than the elders will. All praises. You know, the elders say you got two. That's too many. No, come on.
Romans chapter 6 and 6. Knowing this, that our old man is crucified with him.
You see that? Knowing that our old man, this is what unleavened bread is really all about through Hamashiach Yahushua. That your old man is dead to him. Don't you go trying to resurrect him. Read.
That the body of sin might be destroyed.
That the body of sin might be destroyed. Why? Because the feast of unleavened bread is a process. And it's a continuing thing. We got to purge out the leaven. You got to do this every day. You got to find yourself, because there's going to be something there to try to trigger you to go back to acting like the old man. Where it could be people that your loved ones. It could be anybody. People on your job. It could be circumstances. It could be the Most High testing you, proving you to see, do you really love me? Because that's what it's all about. If you love me, you keep my commandments. I'm gonna let you face this. Let's see what you're gonna do. I'm gonna throw this. I'm gonna throw you a curveball right now. You thought that you were, that you were pretty strong there. I'm gonna throw this at you. Well, let's see what you're gonna do now. Come on.
That henceforth we should not serve sin.
That's the foundation that we have to remove the leaven. We're not gonna serve sin. I don't know, when it comes, I'm removing it. Nope. I gotta turn the other cheek, turn my eye, even concerning one another. If it means turn the other cheek, forgive them 70 times 7. That's what I gotta do. I gotta remove what's in me, what the carnal man or the old man, that old leaven wants to do. Want to go upside your head. I can't do that to my brother. Right? We can't do that. God? The old man wouldn't have had no patience. Wouldn't have had no long suffering. Was a lion in his house. Got to remove that leaven. Gonna get you messed up. Come on.
For he that is dead is freed from sin.
You're free from it now. Yeah, I can't go that way. Most High has taught me better.
Right.
I have to now walk and acknowledge his feast and the symbolism in it and how I should conduct myself. And I purged out that old leaven. I'm not that old man. And no matter what, he unto death he did this. Unto death he did this. I'm supposed to be like him. Unto death. Unto death. Come on.
Now, if we be dead with Hamashiach,
So if you be dead unto death, a lot of people say, man, I'm going to do this until I die. How about, are you going to respond even if it feels like you're dying? Are you going to respond the correct way even if it feels like you're dying? That's the question. That's how you know that you have appropriated the feast of unleavened bread. Because we're going to go from here. We're going to continue to remove it. It don't stop tonight or yesterday or whenever brothers did last week. It doesn't stop. None of these feasts stop. We still need, let me ask you a question. Do we still need passing over? The last time I checked, Elder, he who endures to the end shall be saved. So do we still need passing over? We still need Passat. Do we still need atonement? We still need to be atoned for? We still need unleavened bread. You still need bread. We need it all. We still have to do it. And we're to walk it out as Hamashiach did. He gave us the example. He fulfilled all the feasts. But how did he do it? And he said, his dying, almost will and testament said, he desires to eat the Passover. Before he died, he said, I desire to eat the Passat with you. And I won't eat it again until he comes back in the coming kingdom. So that means we got to keep it. It goes back to what we initially started with, shamaring and keeping it and be found worthy to sit with him. Because that's the ultimate Passover. Now, everything here is the rehearsal. But the ultimate Passover, can you imagine? We got Yahawan with YAHAWAH'S sitting at that table. He passing out crowns. Job well done. Come on. Good and faithful servant. Go ahead.
we believe that we shall also live with him.
We what?
We believe that we shall also live with him.
That we shall also live with him. I'll give less than a damn about this place. And I'll be damned if I'm going to let inconsistencies and others' error deter me from seeing YAHAWAH. And we got to make up in our mind that we're going to remove the leaven no matter what, man. We're not going to allow anybody to cause us to transgress. Not going to do it. I got to remove it. That's why I purged it. Give me a, was that it on that? Give me a feet. You got a precept?
Yeah.
Bring it up.
2nd Esdras chapter 2. This is 2nd Esdras. I'm going to start at verse 43. In the midst of them there was a young man of high stature, taller than all the rest, and upon every one of their heads he set crowns, and was more exalted, which I marveled at greatly. So I asked the angel and said, Sir, what are these? And he answered and said unto me, These be they that have put off the mortal clothing.
You see that? They have purged themselves, man. That's the purge. These are the people that have removed leaven, that appropriated and appreciated the Feast of Unleavened Bread. Read that part again. That's beautiful.
He answered and said unto me, These be they that have put off the mortal clothing, and put on the immortal, and have confessed the name of the Most High. Now are they crowned and receive songs.
And they did that. Where did they do that? Did they do that afterwards? Or was that in their lifetime? That was in their lifetime. Come on.
Then said I unto the angel, What young person is it that crowneth them, and giveth them songs in their hands? So he answered and said unto me, It is the Son of the Most High, whom they have confessed in the world.
In the what?
In the world.
That's what unleavened bread is all about. In the world we confess him. And it's going to take removing the leaven, beloved. All right? It's going to take appropriating all these feasts and seeing the fulfillment through Hamashiach Yahushua. And it gets deeper. It gets deeper. Come on.
Then began I greatly to commend them that stood so stiffly for the name of the Most High.
That's standing stiffly no matter what. Taking it on the chin. If you got a glass chin in this ain't for you. You better develop a strong chin. Because you in a boxing match. You're in the boxing match of your life. And you better develop a strong chin. And it takes practice. It takes preparation. Come on. That's it. Give me Ephesians 4:22. Ephesians 4:22.
The book of Ephesians, chapter 4, verse 22. That ye put off concerning the former conversation, the old man.
Put off that nonsense, man. How you allow that leaven to slip into this? How you act like a nigga in this? Straight up. Why your words aren't a little bit salted in this? Huh? We have to learn to do better amongst one another. I ain't talking about against the enemy. Gloves are off. But I'm talking about when dealing with one another, man. Come on.
Which is corrupt according to the deceitful lust.
It's corrupt. It's that leaven. It's corrupt. What does leaven do? It puffs up. All right? A little leaven leaveneth the whole lump. It'll take your body away from the will of the Most High. You're doing opposite what the Most High. It just takes a little bit. A little bit of corruptness. You sprinkle a little bit. Who wants a little bit of poison in their food? If somebody told you it's a little bit of cyanide in here, would you nobody wants that. Come on.
Verse 23. And be renewed in the spirit of your mind.
Be renewed in it because it starts in your mind, in your heart, where you have to make conscious decisions not to. It takes discipline. That's what unleavened is all about. That's why he had us do it for 7 days, where 7 is completion, and so that you could practice removing these inconsistencies out. Remove this stuff. This causes the rise. This causes the rise. And you, even in haste, we left Egypt, and it didn't have time for the bread to rise. But that's symbolic of making haste to serve the Most High. And don't let your sins weigh you down. Because there are a lot of people that allow them sins to keep them there in Egypt. There were Israelites that wanted to stay. We saw how they acted. They wanted to turn back. It wasn't too long afterwards. They had a party. They had a straight up party. Aaron made a gold calf. So you see what I'm saying? We have to make sure that we remove that. The leaven. We got a lot of us still have the leaven of yesterday in us. We have the leaven of unforgiveness. That's why he said remove the malice, evil intentions towards one another. We got to remove that. You got to keep these feasts with sincerity. and truth. Come on.
And that ye put on the new man,
You put on this new man. Come on.
which after the Most High is created in righteousness.
And created in righteousness. You put on a new character. Even so, what's the old saying? If you gotta fake it till you make it, you better off faking it. It may become a part of you. You really not that nice? Well, be nice. Be the Most High's version of nice. How about that? That will help you. This is how I am. It's just the way I. No, Negro. No. You got to be better than how you were. You got to be who he said you were. And it takes discipline. Anything that's worth something, you have to fight for it. You have to fight tooth and nail for it. Can't just say, it's supposed to come to me. No, you got to work at it. Sometimes some of us need to work at being quiet. Don't say nothing. Nothing. Just don't say nothing. Your mouth is going to get you in a situation that you're not going to be able to come out of. The Most High, you can't say anything before the Most High. And now that you're his, you can't do it. These are vows. Some of these things we said are vows. I promise you, I'm going to do whatever. Okay, that's a vow. That's a vow you said unto him. Now you got to do it. When you partook of Passover, you would enter into a contract. That's the renewed covenant all over again. This is my blood is shed for you. He took bread, he broke it, he gave it. Come on.
Verse 24. And that you put on the new man, which after the Most High is created in righteousness and truth set apartness.
This is what unleavened bread is all about. You put on a new man, getting away from the old man. All right? I don't want to go too lengthy. Got a couple more. Give me Colossians 3. And we'll start at 9. And we'll just read down. And then I promise I got, I'm going to say 2 more. Then I'll yeah, go ahead.
The book of Colossians, chapter 3, verse 9. Lie not one to another.
This is how we can remove that leaven and make sure that we continue in sincerity and truth and continue to meditate on the feast days and to establish them with our everyday life. Come on.
Seeing that you have put off the old man with his deeds, and have put on the new man, which is renewed in knowledge after the image of him that created him.
Come on.
Where there is neither Greek nor Jew, circumcision nor uncircumcision.
Now, we already know what that's about. Let's talk about Israelites, dealing with Israelites. Those that were Greeks, or those of Benjamin, Judah, and Levi. We already know the diaspora, those that were dispersed. Come on.
Barbarian, Scythian, bond nor free, but Hamashiach is all and in all. Put on, therefore, as the elect of the Most High.
As the elect, man. As the Most High has elected us. We don't know if we are accounted of that elect, but that's what we're striving for. Come on.
Set apart and beloved. Bowels of mercies.
Bowels of mercies, man. You know why? Intestinal fortitude is something that I like to talk. It's within your gut. You know where people say, I can feel it in my gut. Well, it's from there that you have to put on these mercies. It's from here you have to put on that chesed or chesed, that kindness. That's where it's in your gut. And where is gut wrenches when you don't feel like doing it. When it hurts. When it hurts. YAHAWAH'S, remember, beloved, unto death he gave his life. Unto death. What pain can't you endure that he endured? What's too hard for you through YAHAWAH'S? I couldn't take it. I couldn't deal with it now. I'm going to pass out.
Kindness, humbleness of mind, meekness, and long suffering.
Humbleness, meekness, and what?
And long suffering.
And long suffering. These are the fruits of the Spirit. You putting off the old man and the new man, letting this mind be in you. This is what unleavened bread is about. I'd be not doing you a service. I'd be doing you a disservice if I didn't tell you that we have to keeping these feasts. Am I supposed to be nice to you just on Pesach? And unleavened bread. I'm not supposed to have malice just on that day. But the rest of the days I could have malice, evil intentions toward. Of course not. Come on. But we do it. We do it as Yasha. We come to these feasts and then we forget. And then even in the midst of the feast, railing on people, all types of stuff, man. Come on.
Forbearing one another and forgiving one another.
Doing what?
Forbearing one another and forgiving one another.
Y'all meditate on that. It's a lot of, I know some of y'all in here, some people that you got to forgive. And forbear and forgive them, man. There's some people you got to forgive. Come on.
If any man have a quarrel against any, even as Hamashiach forgave you, so also do ye.
Ooh, that's a heavy charge. That's gut-wrenching. That's from the bowels. Read that part again.
If any man have a quarrel against any, even as Hamashiach forgave you.
This is talking about Yasha Allah. Because we read in Lamentations, man, he'd be righteous and still having that anger against us that he had in Lamentations 2 against Yasha Allah. We know that. We know that. Come on.
So also do ye.
Also do. We got to do it, man. All right. Was that it on that? Keep going.
And above all these things, put on charity.
Put on, what is charity?
Love.
It's love, man. And it's not just the love in deed. In word, it's the love in deed. Put on love so that you can do this. Come on.
Which is the bond of perfectness.
This is how you strive to perfection and you accomplish perfection. Read.
Verse 15. And let the peace of the Most High rule in your hearts.
Ooh, do you know, it's an old saying, hurt people hurt people. And it's true. But if you got peace within yourself, do you know that peace resonates? You ever be around somebody and their spirit is like, man, there's something about them that's just calming and soothing. Every time I'm around that brother, every time I'm around that sister, that's what I get when I'm around my brothers. I'm at my peace when I'm around Yasha Allah, my family. That's how it should be in your homes. That's how it should be in your spirit. Where when people get around you, they say, man, there's something, I don't know what it is. It's Yahawah. It's the spirit of Yahawah. Not, man, I can't stand that nigga. That nigga, he got something on him. He a demon. He looking all crazy. No, we're not supposed to be like that amongst one another. You see what I'm saying? That sister there, I don't know. She was rolling her eyes. I thought she had a demon. You see what I'm saying? We can't be like, oh, I call it the screw face. All frowned up, twisted, like you done hit some crack. Can't be like that with one another. You know what I'm saying? We have to show that kindness and that love. Come on.
To the which also ye are called in one body, and be ye thankful.
Be ye thankful. And gratitude, again, these are old sayings, but your gratefulness to the Most High, your gratitude will determine your attitude. You know, if you count each day as your last and everything that he's done for us is a blessing, you ain't got no time to be going back and forth with nobody. You ain't got time for that. I got to work out my own soul salvation. Each and every one of us got to give an account. That's what unleavened bread is all about, man. And it's teaching us to be disciplined. But guess what? You have to remove it. You got to remove it. The Most High he's going to purge his floor. I said I had a couple more. I got to end. I'm not going to do that to you. Give me John 17. I'm going to be a man of my word. Now I'm holding the truth and unrighteousness if I don't. Give me John 17:11. And we'll start down, and then we'll go to 1 Peter 5 and read down. Then that's it.
The book of John, chapter 17 and verse 11. And now I am no more in the world.
This is your house shot during this time of Pesach and unleavened bread. Come on.
But these are in the world, and I come to thee, set apart, Father. Keep through thine own name those whom thou hast given me.
So those in thy name, which name is dealing with Shum or Hashem, the name, which means authority. Keeping the authority. The only way you're going to be kept if you're walking in the authority of the Most High, by keeping his laws. That's how you're kept. Come on.
that they may be one as we are.
And when we keep the feast, that's the promise that we'll be one with the Most High. Come on.
While I was with them in the world, I kept them in the name. Those that thou gavest me I have kept, and none of them is lost.
None of them is lost. And we got to make sure that when we do what the Most High asks us to do, our responsibility is not to lose anything. You know, a lot of people, things are being taken. Haven't we had enough taken from us? So when the Most High gives us something, we don't need to lose it. Don't lose your relationship over somebody else. Don't lose your relationship over your own leaven. Remove it before you lose your relationship. Come on.
But the son of perdition.
But the son always won. Come on.
That the scripture might be fulfilled. And now come I to thee, and these things I speak in the world, that they might have my joy fulfilled in themselves. I have given them thy word, and the world have hated them.
So the world has hated them. And when we receive a lot of hate, we know that it's coming from a worldly mindset. Come on. What did Yahushua say?
Because they are not of the world.
Because we're not of the world. That's removing the leaven. We're not of the world. Can't be worldly. Come on.
Even as I am not of the world.
The same way he wasn't of the world and didn't behave like the world. Come on.
I pray not that thou shouldest take them out of the world, but that thou shouldest keep them from the evil.
That's unleavened bread. He was saying, make them unleavened. You in the world, but you're not of the world. Don't get contaminated with the leaven of the world. Do you see that? He wants us in the world, but not of the world. So we have the responsibility not to allow leaven to enter into us. Come on.
They are not of the world, even as I am not of the world. Sanctify them through thy truth. Thy word is truth. As thou hast sent me into the world, even so have I also sent them into the world. And for their sakes I sanctify myself, that they also might be sanctified through the truth.
Through the truth. And that's what the law does, man. It should remove the impurities. When you keep it, it removes it. It's constantly showing you of the leaven that we deal with. Read on.
Verse 20.
Again, if it had not been for the law, I wouldn't know what sin was. That's how you remove sin, by knowing the law. Come on.
Neither pray I for these alone, but for them also which shall believe on me.
That's us right here. Come on.
Through their word. Verse 21. That they all may be one, as thou, Father, art in me, and in thee, that they also may be one in us.
That's the oneness that we're shooting for when we remove the leaven. This is the process. All right. That's it on that. And give me 1 Peter 5 and read down in there.
The book of 1 Peter chapter 5, verse 1. The elders which are among you I exhort, whom am also an elder, and a witness of the suffering of Hamashiach, and also a partaker of the glory that shall be revealed. Feed the flock of the Most High, which is among you.
This is our responsibility as leaders, as teachers, as men of the Most High, as leaders of our household. Come on.
Taking the oversight thereof, not by constraint, but willingly.
Willingly. Some of us have malice of unwillingness. We're unwilling to do what the Heavenly Father's asked us to do. That's insincerity. Come on.
Not for filthy liquor,
Not for money. We know what the pastors are doing. Come on.
but of a ready mind, neither as being lords over the Most High's heritage, but being ensamples to the flock.
Come on.
Or examples to the flock. Verse 4. And when the chief shepherd shall appear, you shall receive a crown of glory.
You see that? When the chief, this is what we have at stake. When the chief shepherd comes, and we have endured, we removed the leaven, you're going to receive this crown of glory. Come on.
That fadeth not away.
And never going nowhere. Come on, that's honor forever.
Likewise, ye younger, submit yourselves unto the elder.
Come on.
Yea, all of you, be subject one to another.
That's everybody. Be subject one to another. Come on, this is the perfect balance. Come on.
And be clothed with humility.
Humility is key, man. That word, it goes so far. We know the scriptures tell you if you exalt yourself, he's going to bring you low. But if you humble yourself, he's going to exalt you. Humility goes a long way with the Most High, man. It'll save your life. Come on.
For the Most High resisteth the proud.
He does what?
Resisteth the proud.
You see, that's a leavening agent, man. Pride. Come on.
And giveth grace to the humble. Humble yourselves, therefore.
Now, grace, y'all know what grace is, right? It's favor. You want favor from the Most High, he give it to the humble. Man, it should be a lot more humble Israelites out here, man. Come on.
Under the mighty hand of the Most High, that he may exalt you in due time.
In due time. Come on. And it's going to take patience. That's another leavening agent. It's our lack of patience. Got to remove that. Come on.
Casting all your care upon him, for he careth for you.
And so we're going to end right there. With that, I say shalom.
Everybody, put the brief. I'm only gonna I'm gonna take it to 8:20, and then I'm gonna let the priest close it out. And you should have at least about maybe 3.5 hours to eat, fellowship with everybody. But I just got a couple, and I'm not gonna go past the time. Somebody give me Ephesians 6, Captain Obadiah 6 and 11. And I know this is one that everybody's familiar with, but I'm gonna read it to you again. Captain Obadiah got on a turban. Y'all look out that window and see, y'all see them chariots coming. And this is the first time I ever, in my 8 years of knowing this brother, he got a turban. That's right, brother. That's right. Somebody look out that window real quick and see you guys. Look out that window, y'all, son. See the chariots out there. First time I've ever seen it. Ephesians 6 and 11, real quick. 6 and 11 and read down to 13.
The book of Ephesians, chapter 6 and verse 11.
Yes, sir.
Put on the whole armor.
Most I said, put on the whole armor. We looked at, okay? This is look, this is what Esau has feared, man, and this is what our forefathers wanted, okay? When our forefathers getting hung, okay, back in the past, and toiling on the slave fields, getting whipped, okay, by slave master. This is what our forefathers was teaching, okay, that they hoped they would see, and this is what Esau don't want to see. Okay, us getting together like this is Esau's worst nightmare, man. This is worst nightmare. Go ahead, Captain.
Put on the whole armor.
These last days, you got to put on the whole armor, not half of it. Go ahead.
That ye may be able to stand against the wiles of the devil.
It's the only thing that's gonna save you right here. This is the only thing that's gonna save you, man. It's this Bible right here. Nothing else, man. Not voting. Okay. Not sleeping late. Okay. This is the only thing that's gonna save you, man. Everything that's in this book right here, okay, I honestly, I got probably over 1,200 history books, man, that I've been collecting over 32 years, man, since I came through the doors of One West, all right? And everything that's in those history books, you can actually go to the Bible and you can find it, okay? Mount Horeb, that's split, that's still there. Oh, yeah, that happened during the time when, dang, there you go right there, during the time when Moses struck the rock. The Dead Sea that Esau can't explain, over in Sodom and Gomorrah. Oh yeah, there it go right there, right there. Everything is in here, man. Everything. And trust me, I know. Okay, the same things that our forefathers and foremothers is doing in the past. Okay, they was telling us about the wickedness of our people and things are gonna happen. Don't you know we doing the same thing today? Telling everybody that this place gonna be destroyed by fire, man. We're doing the same things, man, and we're blessed to see this happen, man. Don't take this for granted, man. We're gonna be here forever. All right, go ahead, Captain.
For we wrestle not against flesh and
We
blood.
don't wrestle against flesh and blood. People come up to me all the time with strange things coming out of their mouths, man. Like this can only happen to me, man. On the way over here, man, I was coming down Fayetteville Street right downtown Raleigh, right over here, man. And which one of y'all was out there with me yesterday? We seen that cracker go by me, and I said, I called him Chris Kringle. I said, Christmas is over with. Well, anyway, it was a cracker with a bald head. Yeah, there you go, Zach. Yeah, he was there. Okay, cracker with a bald head, walked right by the camp, and looked just like Santa Claus, man. You know, I couldn't let that one go by. Okay, and so I, said what I had to say. Christmas time is over with. And he said, I love everybody. So then he went and sat down. On the way over here, Captain, so guess who I seen? Because, I had my top down. And I seen him, and I looked, and I said, damn, look at that damn cracker from yesterday, man, walking around, man. And when he noticed it was me, he said, I need a ride to the corner. I said, not today, Satan. Not today. Yeah, I said a couple things to him, too. I need a ride to the corner. I said, not today, Satan. Not today, man. Go ahead, Captain.
But against principalities, against power.
Yeah, that's right.
Against the rulers of darkness.
Y'all got to be careful in these last days. Go ahead.
Of this world.
Yeah, somebody, listen. You can have somebody talking to you normal today. You can have your boss talking to you normal today. Next day, tomorrow, you go into work, your boss is frowned up, looking at you crazy. I don't look at the flesh, man. I look at that demon that's controlling that person. Okay, that's making them frown up at me and telling me I got to stay extra. When everybody else going home. You understand what I'm saying? Like in the past, man, I'm telling you, man, listen, hey, look, when I was a kid, I'm telling you, man, I never got away with nothing, man. And the most I always had it like that. My cousin Sean, he'd do something, get away with it. He go in the store, steal a bunch of potato chips. As soon as I do it, man, catch me by the collar. Hey, ain't seen. Get off back here. I'm telling you, man. Sean always I've never got away with nothing, man. Okay? And that goes to show you right there, okay, that the Most High will force you into doing what's right, man. I had enough of getting caught, man. I didn't want to get caught no more. I got enough of that, man. Embarrassing. You go in the store, Shaw, he home laughing, and my parents get called, okay? And that's how it always been for a lot of us out when we was out in the world, man. Never get away with nothing, man. Your homeboy get away with it. Your homegirls, they get away with it. Stealing time. You try to leave early, you get caught. Okay, 15 minutes, everybody else take a whole hour extra, Captain Obadiah. You take 5 minutes, you get sent to the HR office. Sometimes even in your wickedness, the Most High will put you in a position where, man, I'm tired of this, man. I'm tired of being embarrassed, man. I can't, hey, listen, you know why? Because sooner or later, if you get away with doing too much wickedness, sooner or later, you may like it. You may just like it, okay? And you're going to keep doing it. You're going to keep doing it. You're going to keep doing it. Okay, because it feels good, and that's going to draw you further and further from the Most High, man. Further and further. Go ahead, Doc.
Against spiritual wickedness.
Spiritual wickedness. That's that boss frowning up at you. Go ahead.
In high places.
In high places, man. Go ahead.
Wherefore, take unto you
there you go.
the whole armor.
The whole armor, the scriptures. You got to be careful in these last days. Like that cracker. I could have been doing something crazy. He recognized me. Hey, I need a ride to the corner. Corner right there. He walked. Corner right there, man. He couldn't walk. He recognized me from yesterday. Corner right there, Con. You need to ride to the corner. Corner right there. You can walk like you are walking right now. Go ahead.
Of the Most High.
Go ahead. Read the next one. Third. Go ahead.
That ye may be able to withstand in the evil day, and having done all to stand.
That's right, man. In the evil day, Esau got a new word out here for it. They want you to accept it. He wants your kids to accept everything. It's called the new norm. How people accept it too. It's part of the new norm. Okay? It's evil, man. It's evil. That's just a slick way of saying, okay, you can do what you want to do. Just accept it. It's part of the new norm. Okay? And a lot of people get hook, line, and sinker. So the Most High said, what? Read that last part again.
That ye may be able to withstand.
Withstand. There you go.
In the evil day.
Right. A lot of evilness is coming. Go ahead.
And having done all to stand.
Most High said, having done all you can stand, man. I'm at the point right now, I can't speak for everybody, but listen, I'm at the point right now, man, where, hey, listen, I'm ready to go. Most High take me, I'm ready to go. Look, I've done all I can do. I've done literally all I can do. I know I've been a good brother. I know I've been a good person, and I've done all I can do for 32 years. Hardly any blemishes. We all make mistakes, okay? We all make mistakes, all right? But that's why do you think there's so many people out there, a lot of evil guys that's out there now, they don't want to die because they know, okay, their spirit gonna go someplace where they don't want it to go. You understand what I'm saying? I don't want to die. Why you don't want to die, nigga? If I'm in the hospital right now, okay, with tubes up my nose and everything, okay, and I say it's just my time, man. I know the Most High gonna bring me back. I have really nothing more to do, man. That's why the Most High said, do all you can do, okay, till you can't stand no more, man. Okay, if you don't listen, if somebody was to, if you was to walk out these doors right now, and you got somebody come up to you, Most High forbid, okay, and threaten your life, okay, and you know there's no way out of it, you should feel like, okay, look, I'm ready to go. You know, a lot of people get jammed up. I don't want to die. Why you don't want to die, man? You scared of what you're going to face in the afterlife, man? Okay, because you know you're doing something that ain't correct. You're still doing things that ain't correct. I'm ready to go. I'm ready to meet the Most High right now, man. And that's a heavy thing to say, too, man. That is a heavy thing to say. A lot of Negroes will fight, scratch, kick, okay? I don't want to die. Think about that. Go ahead, finish up, Obi. Give me 1 Thessalonians, okay, 4. Matter of fact, before you get that, give me Ephesians 6:1. And I'm going to just go to Thessalonians, and that's going to be it for me. Go to Ephesians 6:1.
The book of Ephesians, chapter 6, verse 1.
That's right.
Children, obey your parents.
Oh, read that one more time. Go ahead.
Children, obey your parents.
You got to obey your parents, man. You got to obey your parents. You don't know everything, man. Okay? And that's talking about righteous parents. That's not talking about your dad. He go downstairs every day and steal your neighbor's color TV, man. Or he's stealing radios out of the car. That's a wicked person right there. Or a parent, man. I don't want to listen to that. Okay? When I was young, hey, listen, look, when I was young, my dad used to tell me a lot of things to do. I said, man, that nigga's crazy. I ain't listening to him. The old school Negro, man. The hell out of here. Go in your room, man, and be quiet. Of course, I said behind his back. Okay? But nonetheless, he was right. Like I said, I used to always get caught. Read that again, Captain.
Children, obey your parents.
You don't know enough, man. You don't know enough. You're 20 years old, 25 years old, 19, you're 18, you're 17 years old. You know, you get to that age, man, where you can't tell certain kids nothing, man. Old school Negro, man. Get out of here, man. I used to sit behind my dad back all the time, man. Get out of here, man. Of course, the door closed. Okay? Get out of here, man. So you got to obey your parents, man, because listen, sooner or later, okay, as you get a little bit older, you're going to revert back, okay, to what your parents told you. You'll be like, man, damn, my dad, he was right, man. Man, he was right. He told me, okay, not to go down that block, man, with them dudes. Okay? I always got his behind whipping all the time, man. All right? Even to this day. Read that one more time, Obi.
Children, obey your parents.
Why? Go ahead.
In the Most High.
That's right. You got to obey your parents, man. Okay? Like little kids, man. Okay? We still listen. Okay? As the children of Israel, okay, we suffering the curses of what our forefathers did before us and our fathers, man. Okay, we should be at the point right now where when they went through that harsh slavery and whipping, that was the Most High putting pain and chastisement on them, man. Right now, we should be at the point now where the curses are getting lifted just a little bit, and we should be saying, man, we don't want none of that. Okay? Just like, look, true story. I got 2 older daughters and I got 2 younger sons. Listen, my first son, Shekiah, man, listen, he saw me chastise and talk to my daughters in a certain way, man, where he was like, I don't want none of that.
Right.
I don't want none of that. Straighten them out to be good, y'all saw. Straighten them out. Shaquan and Tiffany, get it all the time, man, from me, man. He's looking at it, and that's how we should look at the punishments that the Most High have given us in the past. When you look back at history books and see your forefathers hung and whipped and lynched, you should be like, man, I don't want none of that right there, man. That should teach you a lesson itself right there. Listen to your parents, man. It's like we ought to obey the Most High as well, too. All right? When your parents talk, when they listen, when they tell you something, just listen, man. Righteous parents ain't gonna steer you wrong, man. Hey, listen, they're not gonna steer you in the wrong direction, man. Anything they say is gonna be right, man. All right, for your learning, your understanding. Go ahead, Obadiah. Give me, is there more to that?
Yep.
Okay, go ahead, brother.
For this is right.
If this is right, man. There you go. Like I said, I ain't talking about an old evil parent, man, coming in and out of the house. You're out there, you're clubbing, man, all night, leaving your kids in the house for somebody to babysit, man. You out there, you're twerking, you're going and smoking hookahs all night long. Then you want to come in and correct your parents, man? I mean, correct your kids? The kids gonna look at you like you crazy, man. And Mom, you was hanging out on. I saw you live on the YouTube video, man.
Right.
That wasn't that you. You was having the same clothes. Nah, that wasn't me. You had on the same clothes, okay, the same person, look just like you. And you want to come back home and you want to tell your kids to act right and you want to correct them and tell them what to do. Kids will respect a parent that shows a good example.
Right.
If you show it, listen, let me tell you something. My kids can tell you to this day, they never caught me slipping, man. If there was something wrong with me or I wanted to go someplace and lament and do certain things, I did it out of their sight, okay? But I didn't do it in front of them for them to see it, okay? For them to bring up something on me a little bit later. You did it too, Daddy, okay? Because kids will do that. What about you? You did that last week, okay? Kids will do that. And they'll look right at that, man. My kids never caught me slipping, even to this day. Like I said, everybody make mistakes. That includes myself too, but I ain't gonna do it in front of them. I ain't gonna do it in front of them for them to bring it back up later on. I ain't got nothing to say. Looking crazy, looking around. Damn, you right. You know, kids aren't supposed to do that, man. Catch you doing something again, then they bring it right back to you again, man. It's embarrassing. It's embarrassing. Is that it on that? Okay, give me one more. Give me 1 Thessalonians 4 and read from 5 to 6, and that's gonna be my time right there. The new norm. Watch it. Esau's a master with words, man. Okay? Next thing you know, your son, he don't know whether you want to be a boy or he don't know whether that's the most evilest thing, okay, that you can how you gonna the way that Esau just sneaking that in there right now, man. Through cartoons, through TV, through your teachers, through books. Okay, Esau just slowly but surely just creeping that spirit up in it through the commercials, through medication. Now you got 2 black men, okay, kissing on TV. If you want to feel better, take a pill. Okay, it's okay. And you got to watch them words right there, man. As soon as he say certain words, man, okay, you can still love one another. You got 2 hairy-faced Negroes kissing each other, man, right on TV. And your kids looking, look, let me tell you something, man. All right, this is a real story, okay? I don't allow my kids to look at MTV or BET, okay, growing up as kids, man. I didn't do that, man. Okay, now when I left the house, that was a different story.
Right.
Okay, I can't keep them 24 hours, I can't keep eyes, but I didn't allow my kids to look at stuff like that, man. Because they look at that stuff and kids emulate everything they see. And Satan loves to give them exactly what they like, man. And so when you come in the house and you say, turn it off, ain't the way you supposed to dress, this, that, they're looking at you like you crazy, man. Because why? Because they like the way Meg the Stallion, okay, is dressing. Okay, you left it up to Esau and you left it up to these people, you have a world full of Meg Stallions, okay, Nicki Minaj's, okay, Magic Johnson, son, a big 8 feet tall. What's his name again? EJ. Oh, She-J. Okay? Old 9 feet tall Negro walking around, an old Magic Man with his fat head, man. I just gotta accept him. That's all. I love him too. You know what happened when my son came back, man, and went to the Prada with brought back some high heel shoes and some lipstick, man? Did you read about it in the paper, Yashawan? That's all I'm saying, man. All right? Read 1 Thessalonians 4, 5, and 6, and that's going to be it for me.
The book of 1 Thessalonians, chapter 4, verse 5.
This is a fight, like Pre said. We in the last round. All right? We going to KO this thing too, man. Don't let Satan get to you. More and more we get closer to this end. Satan is losing right now. That's why you see every abominable thing out here now. Stuff you see on TV right now inside, I'd never in my life say nothing like this, man. I got to close, as a grown man, okay, I got to close my eyes to some of that stuff, man. I see on TV, grown man, oh, damn. I close my eyes, man. It's disgusting. And your kids, I got to close my eyes and your kids are looking at this, man.
Right.
All right? It hurts. And sometimes it just gets, some of that stuff they show on TV now, it just goes through me, man. Oh, I feel dirty looking at that. Change the channel. Oh. And you got something more abominable on the next channel. 24 hours of stupidity, man. What happened to the times, no, you know, brother. What happened to the times, man, when that was it, 12 o'clock midnight, TV goes right off. They say the national anthem, that's it. No more TV, man. All right? Esau got your kids' minds programmed 24 hours a day. 24 hours a day. You can't sleep, your kids up, now they just turn it. Before it was nothing. You couldn't turn the TV on to see nothing, man. Okay? Medications also, Benadryl. All right? That's supposed to be an allergy medication? Put you right to sleep. Right to sleep, man. You think the North American Indians took Benadryl, man? And Zyrtec for a cold, man? Nah, man. Penicillin, the lily plant, okay, jasmine, lavender, all right? They didn't take Benadryl and Zyrtec, man. All right? That stuff puts you right to sleep, right out of your misery, man. Don't sleep, you take it. Now you're addicted to Benadryl. Now you like the way it feels. Now you take it as a sleep medication. Give me a pack of Benadryl. All right? You're not even sick. Now you got a bunch of pink tablets all over the house, man. Popping them now. All right? That's Esau's thing. That's how he hooks you. That's how he hooks you. You better be careful, man. You can't sleep. Where the Benadryl at? Good, Captain.
First Thess, chapter 4, verse 5.
Anybody want a pad, let me know. I'll pass them out. Go ahead.
Not in the lust of concupiscence.
Okay, that's 1 Thessalonians 4th chapter.
Yep.
5 and 6. Go ahead.
Yeah.
Okay.
Even as the Gentile which know not the Most High.
Uh-huh.
That no man go beyond and defraud his brother
Yeah, you ain't supposed to be out here defrauding your brother, man. That's evil, man. Go ahead.
in any matter,
In any manner, you ain't supposed to be out here defrauding your brother or your sister. Go ahead.
because that the Most High is the avenger of all such.
That's right. The Most High said he's the avenger, okay, of all such. All right? Because nobody else is going to do it. Listen, we're in the end, okay, of this. Okay, whether or not you want to believe it or not. Okay, there's a scripture, okay, where the Most High said your speech, okay, is supposed to be with salt, okay, seasoned with salt. Okay, this Bible is so ripped up, man. It says your speech is supposed to be seasoned with salt. Matter of fact, that's Colossians, I'm sorry, 4. Colossians 4 and start with 6. And that's going to be it for me.
Colossians 4 and 6.
Yes, sir.
Let your speech be always with grace.
Yeah, you're supposed to always have your speech with grace. You got to watch yourself for these last days. All right? We was a classy people. YAHAWAH'S, Christ, Solomon. All right? Ruth. Okay, Rebecca. It was all classy people. Who do you think taught Esau, okay, the aristocrats and how to be classy, man, over their queen? That didn't come from them. How's it going to come from somebody that came out of the caves, man? Okay, grunt. How they going to teach us class, man? We taught them. Now everything is backwards now. You understand what I'm saying, Yashawan? Okay? This is a classy book. This teaches you how to be classy and sophisticated. Not walking around with your pants on your thighs, man. You're walking in women. I was in Crabtree Mall the other day, man. Okay? No, it wasn't Crabtree. It was Boost Mobile. Okay? I thought he was having a special. All right? Woman out there with a kid. She got one baby in her arm. Okay, and the other one holding on to her. She cursing the salesman out. Look, that's great. And this, that, look, all my effing phone. Kids right there, soaking it all right in, man. I kept going. I said, man, I'll come back. I'll come back. This don't look like a good situation. Right. Read it again.
Let your speech be always with grace.
Most High said, please, let your speech be always with grace, man. How you gonna teach somebody mannerism and how to be right and how to be classy, man? You out there, you doing worse, okay, than the people you telling, man. People looking at us, I'm telling you, many times I done went into the store and somebody tapped me on the shoulder, man. Hey, ain't you that brother, this and that? I'm looking around. Hey, more people know you than you know them. Trust what I tell you. Okay, go ahead, Captain.
Seasoned with salt.
Seasoned with salt, man. You can't just be in one gear all the time. Shut up. Be quiet. Shut up. Don't do this. It's seasoned, man, with salt. You gotta be all manners. You gotta be seasoned, man, in this, man. You can't just be in one gear all the time, man. All right? You gotta know when to use certain verbiage and when not to. We out there on the streets, that's war. So ain't no time to be talking to our people out there nice. Somebody coming up, demon, getting somebody, man. All right? About a month ago, a woman, we was going to the other side of the bus depot. Don't soon we coming across the street, woman jumped, you probably, I think both of y'all was there. Woman jumped right up in front of me. Ah, you better leave me alone. Didn't know the woman from a hole in the wall, son. Just jumped right in front of me. You better leave me alone. I pulled that, you know that wooden stick I got? Pulled it, there you go. Pointed right at her. Get out of here, Satan. Just like a wand. Get out of here, Satan. Then she went bouncing around like a pinball. She sat in front of us one time, head going just like this. And she got up and she went to the other side of the street, circling the camp. That was a demon, man. Them demons know us. Nobody else went by that woman, okay, all day long. She probably just sat there. As soon as we coming across the street, she jumped right up. Ah! What did I say, y'all? So I said, that's a demon, man. Get out of here, Satan. Not today. Pointed that wooden stick I got. Not today, Satan. And she ran across the street, sat there, looking at us. I said, good gracious, man. Then I went, and then later on the day when I left, she was sitting in the same spot where I first seen her about 3 hours later, and she was normal. She looked at me, hey, how you doing? They're normal. Go ahead, Captain.
That ye may know how ye ought to answer every man.
Most High said you got to know how to ought to answer everybody. You just can't have one give. You just can't have one give, man. This word is sophisticated, man. It teaches us how to be sophisticated. You know, when you out there in the world, your diet is jacked up, you're eating pork, all kind of abomination, that's unsanctification, man, because it's jacking your whole temple up, man. This word tells you what to eat, how to clean yourself up. It's no more classy than that right there, man. Okay? Know how to talk to people, man. Okay? Certain terminology that we use, okay, around certain people. You know, we can't expect people to understand this book and we're putting it in a gutter way, man. You know, people gonna look at you and associate what you saying with the Bible. They're like, these Negroes is crazy, man. You got the Bible in your hand and you using that kind of terminology? Okay, you got to be careful because we examples, man. We're examples. That's why a lot of times, like the priest said, people soup, they pop up YouTube, boom, Hebrew Israelites, boom, here they go. First person you see talking, maybe the wrong brother. That mother, that nigga, woman. You'll turn to something else. You'll turn to TD Jakes. You turn right to TD Jakes, man. Okay? Because a lot of our people, they're looking for a way out of this anyway, man. A lot of our people looking for a way out of this anyway. All right? They looking for a way not to be right. Like the Most High wrote in Jeremiah. Our people like to hear smooth things, man. You know, a lot of times people come up in here, man, y'all brothers don't act brotherly. All right, what do you want, brother? Give it right to them. Well, y'all brothers, y'all don't do this and y'all don't do that. Okay, brother, we're going to start doing it next week. More excuses. Next week come. Y'all brothers don't do this. And the next thing you know, the brother's right out the door, man. When y'all going to start showing us some love around here? Brother, how much more love do you want, man? Okay, you need to go to church, brother. Okay, sisters do the same thing. Okay, so this sister that came up to me, man. I just don't feel right up in this. Same sister, she said the same thing about 3 other schools that she done been to. I just didn't feel right in that last school I was in. Okay, spirits. There you go. She done left there. She just said the same thing, brother. She come in. I just don't feel right. All right. Well, how do you supposed to feel, sis, when you come in here and you hear the words of the Most High? We correcting you. A lot of people, they just wanted that for a reason to leave out the door anyway. That's about it. Okay, because Satan ain't gonna let you stay in this too long, man. If you got spirits on you, it's only so many times, man, you're gonna read these scriptures, man, about getting your diet right, doing things on the Shabbat. That's gonna move you and make you feel funny, man. You know what I'm saying? I ain't going to camp. I got certain things to do. I ain't gonna stop going down to the Raleigh Crab House. All right, that's good. Pork make me feel good. Seafood make me feel good. I had a woman tell me that one time. Like, Josh, why do you eat seafood? What's so special about eating an abomination? It make me feel good. Our people ain't gonna be in here too long, man. We seen it. Right. Brothers make excuses to get on up out of here, man. And they go too. Those pop lock, them spirits get up in them. They start pop lock like they pop locking. They get the hell right on up out of here, man. Me and Priest be taking bets. All right, I give them a week. All right, I give him 8 days. Take bets. All right, we give him about 8 days. He gonna be up out of here. Most of the time he win too. Okay, I give him 7 days. Okay, about 7 days. You keep hitting these people with these laws, statutes, and commandments, man. It feels good, man, to come up out of the world. Okay, when you hear this thing, I was like, damn, I ain't gotta eat certain things no more. I ain't gotta celebrate Easter no more. That made me feel excellent, man. That made me feel good, man. I ain't gotta go to church no more and hear the pastor begging for tights and letting hope. I gotta hold hands. You know what pastors are. Everybody hold hands and pray. Homosexual, flaming. Homosexual, right beside you. Everybody hold hands. Okay? No. And you know your spirit feel funny anyway. Right. You know that man is a homosexual and the pastor gonna tell you to hold everybody, and he eager. Right. It's like them old deacons up in there, y'all. You know what I'm saying? Every time you go into church, the old Deacon Brown in the back, old man, 80 years old, always hugging on your woman. Every time the church service over, he He calling your damn woman for that hug, man. He's an old man. Okay. All right. Keep Deacon Brown that pass. All right. No man supposed to be embracing your woman and holding your woman, man. But you. That's it. Okay. Deacon Brown. He hugging all the women. All the women y'all saw. Okay. You know what? They do it too, man. They feel bad for them. All right. All right. That's it, Obadiah.
That's it.
All right. He wants to say something, but that's my time right there. All praise to the Most High. Go ahead, brother. All right.
Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 6, verse 10.
Uh-huh.
For they that keep holiness holy shall be judged holy.
Uh-huh.
And they that have learned such things shall find what to answer.
That's right, man. That's absolutely correct. Hey, don't y'all give up, man. No matter how hard it gets out here, you know, hey, this is gonna be a fight to the end. You know, and you know, most important also, you know, if you've done wrong, you know, to one another, or you've done wrong to the Most High, face the east and repent. You know, nobody's bigger, you know, than the Most High. Face the east and repent, man. All right, and keep in this thing. All right. All praise to the YAHAWAH, YAHAWAH'S. That's my time. Priest gonna close it out. All praise.